working. We shall see. Give it a couple seconds. It's loading now. It's loading now. Hello, is this thing working? That's hilarious. I don't remember muting that. That's hilarious. One more time. Is this working? Okay, it's working. I don't remember muting this on my computer, but apparently it's muted. All right, so we're quickly going through the rest of the regular season in the Grizzlies franchise. If I've counted correctly, there are 15 games in the month of March. So in this video, we'll go halfway through the month. We're going to simcast one of these Trailblazers games, simcast this Nets game, play against the Sixers, simcast the Hawks, and then play against the Thunder, and then we'll probably simulate these two games. And then that'll be the halfway point of March. Then we have a loaded second half of March. And then, so essentially, this video, we're going through half of March. Next video will be the other half. And then April, there's obviously not that many games, so we'll quickly go through those. And then we'll be in playoffs, so let's get right into it. I won't even lie to you. I don't remember what happened in the last video. I remember doing the three. Ooh, all right, time out. This is actually. I don't. Oh, okay. I ain't gonna lie to you. This has been a weird ass week for me. So you're going to give me some. Oh my God! Did they simulated it? They simulated. I accidentally pushed the wrong button. Okay, so there's a good chance that Luke Kennard and or Xavier Tillman's not on this roster next year. Actually, Luke, I think, has another year. I keep forgetting that. I think he has a team or player option. Let's look. He has a team option. I'll accept it. I like Luke Kennard. He's a very good player to use on 2K. That being said, Xavier Tillman might be gone. I also forgot what the hell they were going to do with Brandon Clark. I think we're probably just going to rest him. I think it's the best way to do it. In real life, he's probably not going to play this year on here. We shall see. If needed, it's obvious that he can come back. Ja is healthy. I don't even remember him getting hurt, so we're going to put him back in the lineup. Dun, 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 dun. Smart. Where is Smart? There is Smart. Dun, 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 dun. X. 25 minutes to Smart as our sixth man. I know they're going to have it all messed up, but we'll leave it like that for now. So, like I said, I want to simulcast this Trailblazers. Trailblazers have an interesting roster. Haven't really checked up on them this year. I have no clue if they've made any trades, because like I said, this has been a weird-ass week. I couldn't even remember it. Until I looked at the roster and like what was going on, I was like, I don't even remember what happened in the last video. I only remember the three-point contest, which was a lot of fun to do, but I am extremely bored, and I was like, you know what? I might as well just go ahead and do this now instead of putting it off until later, because y'all wouldn't know this, but I wanted to do this yesterday. But again, I was they still have Malcolm Brogdon on their roster. Hopefully he gets traded in real life at the deadline. But yesterday my internet was bad, and I was extremely tired, so the video would have been ass. But the way that I am presenting things now kind of makes the video seem ass already, as we're now tied. Santi Claus. I think it'd be extremely risky to pass it to Jaren. I still have not gotten Smart's 3 down, but that went in. I ain't complaining. Real life Grizzlies talk. We just keep getting injured and injured. It makes the game. It sucks because the game against the Pacers and the game against the freaking Kings were winnable games that we lost somehow. And it definitely was just, makes it question why you spend 2 to 3 hours watching something. You're just going to be that disappointed in the end. But I don't know. I really just don't have any comment on the team. That's the best way I could describe it. Hopefully, we make some type of move at the deadline. I feel the front office, the team knows who they should move on from and who they should target. That probably is not a foul, but I'm not complaining. Also, I almost called him Robert Compton. Robert Williams. I'm glad that like his hair matches the jersey. So, that being said, I think I will more. It depends on how the rest of this season goes, but I think. Ooh, I already have planned what we're gonna do next on the Let's Play series, and it's 2K related, NBA 2K related. I passed the wrong person because I thought Jeremy was still at center. That's Jeremy Grant. Do they have Jeremy Grant in at center? And it is a historic franchise mode that would be a lot longer than this one, but is one that I've had planned for a while. And I will be, like I said, I didn't remember what happened in the last video. I don't even remember what I've said in like videos prior to that, but I don't know if I've announced it or not. But I've started working on it because it's not just straight up one that is like one of the default ones, because it's a specific year that I'm looking for to start at. So like I'm saying, that I can't, I'm going through the shared scenarios and setups to do that. So, but I'll give a hint. It involves a franchise that is not around anymore. And I spent a couple hours today looking at it and like previewing it for myself to see how it would turn out. So it's just a bit of a tease. Well, like I'm saying, I'm kind of, I don't want to be multitasking and doing two and getting confused. I also don't want to be doing multitask with the Let's Play series in case I get another game. Like, they just announced a lot of stuff for WWE 2K, which I did not buy 2K23 because I felt it was very similar to 2K22. To be fair, 2K24 is a lot similar to 2K23 and 22, but, I missed out on a year. It's very much like with Madden. Madden is the same every year, obviously, but I didn't buy Madden 23. So I was very excited to buy Madden 24. Kind of took a year break off. That was definitely the case with WWE. And when WWE first came, it actually is very funny that when WWE came out, that's when I started making videos again last year. So you get the point I'm making. I don't want to be multitasking in Let's Play series. I just also don't have a consistent upload schedule. I want my schedule to be upload every other day, and that's extremely difficult to do when I review ROH every Friday, unless there's like a reason why I can't upload on Friday. I remember there was like 1 week where they didn't upload the episode till like late Friday, so I didn't get to upload the review till Saturday. So it is what it is. But I do have several videos planned to do, especially next week. Like I said, the trade deadline, I will more than likely do. All right, they baited me. I knew they wanted me. That's who they wanted me to pass to, because we're going to foul. That's why I gave the ball to Bane. So good for them. I'm not patient. So that's how Claxton ended up with the ball. But at least it is still a two position. He made one. Like I said, I'm extremely bored. That is why I'm going ahead. If you're watching this live, which as of this moment only 2 people are, that is why I'm making this now and not at the normal time. This is not going to be an energetic video. I can just tell you that now. Also, Robert Williams apparently got hurt at the course of like some freaking point. All right. Bane will keep the ball this time and dribble it. It also, looking at Malcolm Brogdon and thinking about it, kind of makes the 6th Man of the Year award not freaking matter. Consider he won it last year, and now he was just a. I'm not gonna even say he was a throwaway in the Drew Holiday trade, but it's just like he seems forgotten. I'm trying to think of like previous when like Jordan Clarkson, like he hasn't. I'm gonna say he hasn't been on the level of that 6-man the year that he won it. But he's kind of just stayed the same, but obviously he didn't repeat. The best example, obviously, is Montrezl Harrell, who had a good year the year he won it, and then the year after it was just a messy one with the Lakers. And then I'm really struggling. Tyler Hero kinda popped off, but they started him after it, and we always kind of knew he was a starter. But all right, main thing here is just not to foul. I probably could have blocked that. Alright, we're just going to assume I don't feel like doing this crap. If we lose, we lose. That's always my mantra when it comes to that stuff. Or Derrick Rose off the bench, 19 points. Shout out the former MVP. Former. A MVP. I don't know if you... I guess he's technically a former. I was trying to say, if you're MVP, I don't know if they say you're a former MVP. Because, you know, it kind of sticks with you, but... Now we're going to play against the Nets, which, to be fair, if we didn't play them last video and it wasn't a dominant victory, we would obviously play this game because of the nature of it. We made the trade with them at the very, very, very beginning of this series. So this is a big time matchup, but it kind of feels better now because it's a closer game. It is 97-92. We're gonna start this off with the bench, and it's actually hilarious that they have Steven Adams out here, even though he's supposed to be out for the season. But again, it makes this more interesting, as that probably should have been stolen. That should have been blocked or a foul. All right, like I said, we're gonna start this off with the bench. I don't play with the bench enough, and then when we get to like 3, bro, y'all have only wasted 2. Like, what the? Look at those timeouts. Come on now. All right. Here it just. Don't know why they would have Ja coming off the bench. Supposed to be D-Rose. All right, let me also fix this. So I think I'd rather have Kennard at small forward. There we go. That's why I want to keep Kennard. This is why, in real life, I don't want Kennard traded. I also, if I said this stuff in the last video, I deeply apologize. But I know there's rumors that the Grizzlies, are interested in Quentin Grimes, and that the Knicks are extremely interested in John Conchar. And I love JD, but to be linked, like we want to play from their team, they want to play from our team. I feel that's a very simple trade. I wouldn't be against it. Then at that point, it kind of feels Quentin Grimes might be the Luke Kennard replacement, and then we could get maybe a center, maybe like an actual forward for the team. But essentially, this is what I will say. And it's very fitting that Steven Adams is out there for us now. It's going to be extremely risky. Look, I love both Brandon Clark and Steven Adams, but I think it's extremely, extremely risky if you run out 2 centers next year that completely missed last season. Like, Adams is going to miss the whole season. I'm pretty sure Clark is going to miss all of the season. It's going to be extremely risky to do that. So if there is a way that you could trade one of the two and get something back that will help the team next year, I would probably do it. But like I said, I'd like us to keep Kennard, but if we trade him, I understand it. But for the last time, I'd like us to keep him. So I'm going to go ahead and put the starters back in. That probably should have been a 3-second call on Smart. I'll give him that one. Trying to think, who have I not had in the thumbnail of any of these videos? I don't. Because we had the Desmond Bain episode last week. Jaren and Smart. Smart was in back-to-back ones because there was the one against the Celtics and there was the one where it's the trade deadline. And then, so, if I could get a proper Jaren one, I probably would. Alright, that was a bit of a BS foul, but just bring the starters back in. Bro, this is not... Look, following the Desmond Bain episode, Desmond Bain's had freaking 2 games where we going back-to-back and he got freaking 6 points. That's not good for us. I'm glad that worked. I'm glad that worked. He never saw me coming. I see Zaire over there on the bench, by the way. Which is a little bit of a hee-hee. Oh, I'm glad that wasn't a foul. Alright. You don't have to do that to him. Bro, it's a 5-point game. I did not know that. Oh, come on, somebody. Ooh. Alright, that could have been bad. That's not going to go in. Probably should have. Okay, if you're not in front of anybody on this, you're not getting the block. As he's literally holding his damn leg. Y'all got him out there. Oh, no. I should have expected that. I jumped too early. Bro, I'm sorry, Steve-O. They got you out there. You're supposed to be out for the season. We got to get our revenge, you know. I wonder if he was at like full health, could he have defended that better? I need a new game. I will say that. We got like a month and a half before WWE comes out. I do want Tekken 8, but I don't think I would stream Tekken 8, if that makes sense. I could just like buy it and then like give my thoughts on it. I'm trying to think. UFC is probably, if I was to get another game to like stream besides WWE, it'd probably be UFC. But you know, we'll see. Ooh, UFC. UFC 300. I saw a post from Dana saying there's a chance the main event gets announced this week, which for 300. All right, that. If we blow a 9-point lead in 40 seconds, we deserve to lose. As I thought we did. I thought that's at 115. All right, now here's we're going to play this against the Sixers, who we almost have the same record as. I'm going to put this jersey on. I won't lie to you. I don't know if this has an alternate court or not. And then we'll go... We have to go in the white because these jerseys... All these jerseys are too similar in color to that one. So we'll go in the white, but we'll wear the dark accessories. I never do this. You know, feeling a little bit snazzy. Feeling a little bit different. I probably also should have grabbed a water. Ain't nobody dressing like this anymore, 2K. Y'all have had the same attires for the past 10 years for the players to come into the game with. as I thought it was just a black screen. All right, it does have an alternate court. I won't lie, a lot of these teams have alternate courts, but I never see them in real life. As we do have some. We have breaking news, but it's not actually really breaking news. Rajon Rondo was arrested this weekend. It's the top. I always try to check Twitter to see if there's like anything of note to talk about. And that was the top tweet. So Rajon Rondo is a Memphis Grizzly for like less than a week. I forgot who. I don't even think we traded him. Did we trade him or waive him? I don't. We traded Eric Bledsoe and Pat Bev. No, what was the trade? It was Eric Bledsoe for Rondo and Pat. Look. I'm just gonna tell you all this now. There's some trades that we made for players that are like quality players now that we should have got more. So like, it's very fitting because look, DeAnthony Melton's right there. We traded for Danny Green. Okay. Danny Green, and I think Roddy. I always get confused if it was Roddy or LaRavia. If it was freaking LaRavia, we definitely got fleeced. If it was Roddy, slightly better, but, you know. Then, obviously, we traded Danny Green for Luke Kennard. I speak highly on Luke Kennard, but, you know. At the end, it's either a fair trade. Like I said, anytime when you talk about trades in the NBA, you have to talk about who won the trade. Because at some point, there's very rarely do we get fair trades, as he tried to absolutely kill me after I'm speaking highly on him. I'm trying to think. Again, this is one that I'm mainly speaking of, the freaking Patrick. We traded Pat Bev for Jarrett Culver, who never did anything on the Grizzlies. And Pat Bev was a defensive. He was, Pat Bev's still worth something. We could have got a lot more than what we did, or even freaking just kept him. Is the more of that story I'm trying to make. I'm trying to think. Eric Bledsoe was for Rondo and Pat Bev for Eric Bledsoe. Which, to be fair, I can probably say that we. Oh boy, I almost passed the wrong guy. I could say that we won that trade because Eric Bledsoe was not on the Clippers for that long. That should have went in. Trying to think there's. Oh no. What was I trying to think of? I'm still trying to think. Did we trade Rondo or waive him? I'm pretty sure we waived him because that was the year he went back to the Lakers. And then they traded him to the Cavs because almost like Ricky Rubio got hurt. Okay, Tobias Harris, Gordon Jarrett. Okay, this is y'all getting a good matchup here. It's the best way I could describe this. I can't say it's that damn good if it's only 6 points, 2 minutes in. There we go with a bang shot going in. I remember last season when we played in Philly. I think it was the first game after the All-Star break, and I think we blew a 20-point lead. It might have been 15. Again, that was a game we should have won, and we lost, and that was upsetting. So, by the way, I think since this is Joel Embiid was a trending topic this weekend because he did not play in Denver, and as of the recording of this, he can only miss 5 more games to be eligible for MVP. And so people started doing their research, and I knew this last year because people were talking about it. Joel Embiid, that was the first time since 2019 he played in Memphis last season. And like I said, that means he's only played in Memphis once since then. I think he's only played in Memphis once his entire career. Maybe. I'm half-assing this stuff. But what was the one I was trying to say? I think since I don't know. Y'all can see I'm messing this up. I'm trying to this is what happens when you try to like triple test things. Essentially, he very rarely plays in Memphis. Very rarely, if ever, plays in Memphis. Same thing with Denver. Same thing with just a lot of these Western Conference teams is the moral of the story. And I don't even know how I got started on that tangent. I'm glad they called that on him. I definitely thought they were going to call that on me. Glad they called it on him. As we are 10th in the power ranking. We can definitely win this chip. I almost said this shit. I guess that's technically it as well. Oh, boy. Oh, no, no. Y'all saw that. I'm going to hope it showed us that. Okay. It freaking... I hope this don't cut out. I really hope this don't cut out. Freaking... It literally lagged, and then Ja freaking lost the ball. So, this cuts out. This is going to be like the infamous episode of the Packers franchise where I just like start filming again and then upload the second part because I don't combine the videos. This is why, look, I'll say this. Obviously, if you've been watching the AHS rules or Let's Play, AHS Plays series, you can tell that these literally are just Twitch archives. You know, this very simple. I don't edit. I don't, combine the videos. I just freaking upload them. It's way easier that way, and I feel it's a lot better that way because the only video that has been extremely long was the very first episode, which was the first episode of the Packers franchise, and it was 2 hours long, and I mainly did that because it might be 3 hours. I won't lie. It might have been 3 freaking hours. I think it was 3 hours. And I was just frustrated with those first 2 damn losses. And I'm like, I can't. Y'all can't see me lose. Y'all can't see me lose. So I had to win. I had to win back. So that is why. And then I learned, oh my God, this is way too long. It's a combination. It took a long ass time to upload, obviously. And it almost, broke my computer is the best way to describe it. I'm going to double check. I'm double checking. Was it 2 or 3 hours long? Because also the thought of me just streaming for 3 hours is kind of insane. 3 hours straight. It was 3 hours and 7 seconds. 7 minutes. Jesus Christ, Austin, you're terrible today. Ooh. This has probably been the worst episode of the Grizzlies franchise. Because I don't really have anything to talk about. This is the best way. I don't have anything to talk about, and I'm extremely bored. And he missed that. That's a good thing. There you go, Milt. Good effort, good effort. I'm way too backed up. I like this court. But it seems like the color... Bro, Tobias Harris has made 2 tough-ass shots. No, he's made that shot, and he had that one defense early on, Jaren, that should not have happened at all. Okay, all right, I'm glad they called that a foul. Because I ain't even moved, and I was going to say I stepped out of bounds. I don't remember that block, but... I don't remember any damn thing. I also just freaking realized that Nick Claxton has on Marc Gasol's number. I don't think that's always been the case. I just freaking realized that. They're going to say that was a crossover. I'm glad. Oh, my God. That's too... Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Yes, I will take that. I will take that. Wow. That is crazy. I'm glad I didn't miss that. That was nuts. It was just like such a simple and then I heard the crowd and the shot went in. That being said, I don't know what number. I feel we're this too. A, Grizzlies should have already retired Marc Gasol's number. B, we're too far into this without me noticing it. And C, I have no clue what number to change it to, so I'm just going to leave it for now. Okay. Remember when Robert Covington got, the Rockets gave up a lot to get Robert Covington, and then the Trailblazers also gave up a lot to get Robert Covington. And then essentially every year since then has he been traded every year? So the Trailblazers, when did they trade him? So the Trailblazers traded for him 2020, 2021. And then he was on the team 21. I'm trying to think. They traded for him the 2020-2021 offseason, same day as the Drew Holiday trade to the Bucks. And then he played that full season there. They lost to the Nuggets. Then him and Norman Powell got traded in the 21-22 season. And then he played there the rest of that season. And then was played the 22-23 season. And then was traded the 23-24 season. So if his career trajectory for the past couple of years goes right, he'll play the rest of this season in Philly and then get traded halfway next season. But again, essentially, the Rockets gave up a lot to get him, and then the Trailblazers also gave up a lot to get him. As also, Pat Bev is out here after I talked a lot about him earlier. All right, if there's a time for Embiid to dominate, it's maybe now, but as I say that, Tillman does his job. All right, he might be a little bit too far out. I'm glad that worked. I'm glad that freaking worked. All right, yeah. I tried to fancy dunk it from way too far out. I think a lot of times when I take a 3-shot, I can't see the freaking bar because it like blends into the court. This definitely happens on on the triple threat. When you're in the corner in triple threat, the light like blinds it and you can't see the freaking bar. I know I could obviously change the location, but I'm so used to it being here that I probably won't. As Pat Bev is doing literally what I said he does earlier, as Bane makes that to make up for what I've been talking about. I can't wait to the trade deadline. Things. I don't like trade deadline rumors because just a lot of times what's rumored to happen doesn't happen unless it's just like you see it live in action. Like James Harden those 2 years, or I guess the 1 year where he was in Brooklyn, he's like getting visibly frustrated. Like you could tell that. If there's a kind of a case of that this year, it's probably DeJounte Murray. But it's just like also like the rumored packages and what. It's just like I don't know why logically the Hawks would accept a lot of these packages. Like I know D'Angelo Russell's been playing a lot better since like those rumors first started. Which is like I don't want to see D'Angelo Russell on the Hawks. And I don't know why the hell they would accept that any trade. So involving D'Angelo Russell, if there's Austin Reeves and Roy Hachimura, somewhat maybe, but then I also don't want to see the Lakers get helped out, so. It's always an exciting time, though. It was also funny that 1 year the Lakers were really bad with Westbrook, and they did not make any damn trades. I said there's a time for Embiid to dominate. It is now, and thus far he is not. So I'm going to give this to Kennard. Did Luke Kennard... This is going to be a weird one. Luke Kennard got drafted in 2017. So, I think Luke Kennard would have played with Tobias Harris in Detroit. Let me think. I always do a lot of the stuff with off the top of my head. So if he got drafted 2017 8, yeah. So he would have had to play with Tobias Harris in Detroit because he got drafted 2017. That's 2017-18 season. And then Chris Paul played in Houston the 2017-18 and then 18-19 season. And Blake Griffin got traded in Detroit in the middle of the 17-18 season, meaning Luke Kennard and Tobias Harris would have played together for like a month, 2-month period. So I'm getting an email at 12 o'clock at night. Oh, hell no. All right. I definitely rushed that. Okay, we got a score here to make up for that. We'll just have Jacob Gillier has 100% field goal percentage. Go, Jaron, damn. Yep, that's not going down. I'm not even wasting any time there. I think they might have said that it did. All right, see what happens. We should win. If they came back like the game last year, would be a little bit funny. I was talking about it, but they don't. I won't lie to y'all. I think for the playoffs, I just realized Desmond Bain also scored 51 points. I kind of almost no-sold that. I think for the playoffs, I'll raise the difficulty. Actually, because this is a little bit too easy. I think for the playoffs is when I'll raise the difficulty. But we're going to simcast, or we'll simcast this. D-Rose. I don't remember what injury they said that was, but bring Roddy back in. I will say this now. I definitely probably should have made that Roddy trade. Kenrich Williams for Roddy and Bismack, and then signed another center, or had X or BC be our third string center. But I was trying to, more of the story, I was trying to keep a realistic approach and not a fleecing, like, oh my God, that's a great deal for us, terrible deal for them approach. So that's why I didn't accept that trade, but in hindsight, I should have just, fleeced. As we got a competitive game here. And then all right. So somewhat competitive. We'll jump in. Just so y'all get something out of this. I really also was Sadiq Bey. In real life, if we can get Sadiq Bey on our team and then sign him for a good contract in the offseason, I would love that. But I doubt that happens, as we did not freaking trade for him last year. Sadiq Bey is I liked him coming out of the draft a lot. You ask Amos Mina, he can back me up on that. And then any freaking card packs that I would open, I would get a bunch of freaking Sadiq Bey cards. I have 3 full pages in my binder of Sadiq Bey cards. 2 of them are all that I got out of the pack, and then the other pages all that I bought. So he's definitely the obscure one of my. If you were to ask who's one of your favorite players, he's probably at the top. That's not an all-star or anything. Besides, Grizzlies related guys as well. So that's why I want him on my team. So there's somebody open. It was Bane, but I could get. Is that Jared Vanderbilt? That's Buddy Hield. I don't remember. I think they traded Bogdanovich for Buddy Hield, which But essentially, I'm just doing hypothetical ones, and I don't even know if the money matches up. But John Conchar for Quentin Grimes, Luke Kennard for a center, and then Zaire and Laravia for Sadiq Bey. I know that one's not happening. The other ones, I don't know. As we'll simcast this. I think a lot of teams would be interested in Luke Kennard, but more of the story, I said it over and over again. I know I said I wouldn't say it again, but I lied. I want to keep Luke Kennard on the team. So now we have this tough matchup against the Thunder on the road. We're going to simcast those last 2 games. We're going to play this one. Very similar records. Here's their team. They don't even have Isaiah Joe anymore. You know, I'm going to put Kenrich Williams in that way. Because I was talking about him earlier that way. If he wants to do us up, he can. They also have, I know for sure they have a special court for their jerseys. But I don't want to wear white jerseys again. So, you know, y'all go on statement. And then we're going to our cities. This potentially, this is a good time to talk about it. The Thunder. I see a lot of people I follow a handful of Thunder fans on Twitter, and they're very excited for their team. But there's a portion of the NBA fandom that are like, this is literally just what the like we already, anything they are doing, we saw with the Grizzlies. And I ain't going to disagree with them. But there's a handful of differences. Main difference, they have way, way, way better assets than we do. They have how many damn picks they got. They got players that I don't think they'll lose sleep over trading. Where we don't have that many damn picks. We don't have that many damn assets. I will say that. That is the one thing I'll say is good about their team. But about their future, I should say. But let's look at it like this. They're the number 1 seed right now. I don't think we were ever the 1 seed. We were always the 2 seed. There's always like a slight chance that we could have been the 1 seed, but we ended up always being the damn 2 seed. So there's that. I'll give them that. But it's just like, when you look at the timelines, we were in the Jaws' first year. We were in the play-in and lost. If you want to count that as being in the play-in, it was technically the inaugural play-in. And then the year after that, we were in the play-in 2 games. That shouldn't have went in. We were in the play-in 2 games and won both, which people forget about that and never bring that up when they talk about the Grizzlies. Those are big accomplishments, in my opinion. At least the freaking game against the Warriors, which everybody likes to bring up. Oh, they didn't have Klay Thompson. I think I mentioned this when we played the Warriors in this series a while ago, but it's still the damn Warriors on the road with Steph Curry. It was a tough-ass matchup. If they would have won, they would have been bragging about it. But they lost. That's why they try not to bring it up. That should have went in. But guess what? The Thunder have only been in the play-in once. And that was last year. And they lost. Now, I will say this. I don't remember who their first play-in matchup. Their first play-in matchup was against the Pelicans, which, you know, they probably should not have won that, and it went right to the wire, but they did, and then lost to Minnesota, which is also extremely weird that, hey, Minnesota is the number 1, number 2 seed. So, and we're kind of Grizzlies enemies with them because we had the playoff matchup, which, by the way, Minnesota fans, y'all lost that. Good for Chet there. But essentially, what I'm trying to say is people like to live in the moment, like to live in the right now. That is fair. But if you're trying to compare everything, y'all have been saying, I'm talking for the Thunder, we've been injured. We've been injured the past 2-3 years. That is fine. That is fair to say. Y'all been injured. But guess what? Now we're injured. And we're going to say that. But y'all trying to neglect it and trying to forget about us to like hype y'all self up. That, you know, it's a bit of hypocrisy is the best way I'm trying to put it. It's because, like, when they were injured, we weren't really worried about them. We weren't really saying anything about them. But now that we're injured, they're trying to, you know, take our spot. I don't respect that. But I don't have any like animosity towards the team, or that might miss. It didn't. Also, they do have a movie about them that I went into theaters to watch. I was the only fucking person in the theater to watch Thunderstruck opening weekend. I was that damn excited to watch the movie. We need more basketball movies. The last one's freaking Space. Actually, I lied. I was going to say the last one's Space Jam. We had the one with Adam Sandler that I always forget the name of that had Juancho Hernangomez. That was actually a good one. I apologize for getting the name. But we need more basketball movies is the point I'm making there. Because it seems like we get like... I'm trying to think. So Thunderstruck came out 2012. Space Jam came out 2022? 2021. And then the Adam Sandler movie probably came out 2022. And if there's... We had Uncle Drew... Which that was 2018. I don't know. I'm trying to think what could they make a basketball movie about. I don't know. That's a good question. Because we already saw like a kid play in the NBA. We've actually saw that twice because Like Mike 2, by the way, don't know why the hell they made it. We had a movie in which a kid plays in a fictional world against his father. We had a guy that was not really a basketball player become a basketball player, and then almost he does make the NBA. And then I don't know. That's a good question. Maybe like I don't know. I also just realized that in Thunderstruck, he doesn't play in the NBA. He only plays at high school. So, in Like Mike, he does play in the NBA. I don't know. What should be the next basketball movie be about? Maybe, actually, they should let a kid be a GM. Because I was watching... This is very funny that I'm mentioning this. Because I think there's a baseball movie like that. Because when I had it on the MLB network, there's like a kid, and he's like running the damn team. I don't know what it's called, so that's why I'm saying that. But I was watching Instagram Reels, and it was Draft Day, which is an NFL movie. So that should be the next basketball-related movie is, someone that shouldn't be a GM becomes a GM. It's going to bother me what the hell. I'm looking up what the Adam Sandler movie's called, by the way. It's going to bother me. It's going to be something stupid. But I did enjoy it. I enjoyed most of it, at least. Adam Sandler basketball. If you were wondering why Jaron was in the crowd, it was because I'm Hustle. All right, that's not a stupid name. It's also got a 7.3 out of 10. So the viewing audience enjoyed it. I should have shot it. I saw him stealing it. I don't know why the hell they don't just let him freaking do over the... Because there's no way in hell Shea was... If, he would have threw it up. There's no way in hell Shea would have, jumped up that high to freaking grab the ball. I'm trying to think of more basketball-related movies we can come up with. I do like this one where a kid, or anybody, somebody that is not a GM becomes a GM. Let me become a GM, and then we can do this and whatnot. Is there any other ones? I was thinking, one where, somebody becomes... Okay. Shaqtin' a fool. We're Shaqtin' a freaking fool. There's one where somebody, designs new jerseys, because a lot of the jerseys we have now aren't the best. We also did get the Giannis movie, which I think about this movie a lot because it seems that after every Milwaukee Bucks game, there's always a tweet saying, how the hell is Thanasis in this league? And in that movie, they portrayed Thanasis as better than Giannis for like until the draft process. And then Thanasis is like, yeah, I'll join the NBA too. That's how they portrayed it. Like, Thanasis was supposed to be better than Giannis. And if you look how things are now, I don't think that is realistic. I just think that's fabricated, in my opinion. All right, this is what I want. This is what I want. This is gonna be the thumbnail. This is always my favorite part, finding something to be the thumbnail. John Morant portraying as Booker T. As we're surrounded by 5 freaking Thunder players. So now, him. Oh my God, I've never zoomed in on it, but you can see the him tattoo. Gotta do it. Is it better this way? I'll zoom out a little bit. I'm trying to get it to where it's like, I'll do it like this, and then, all right, this is the thumbnail. I don't know what the title's gonna be yet, but this is definitely the thumbnail. I like the shot. I don't know. I wish, because like I was saying, the thing about the Thunder that I will say is, like I said, they have way better assets than we do. I just don't know when the hell they're ever going to make a trade to like use those assets, because I think they've reached the point where they don't. It's the same point we have reached. We don't need to draft anybody else. If there's like, we need to like make a trade, because our last couple of drafts have been meh. And it's very weird that essentially our like second round or later picks are better than our earlier picks. That's not. It's a good and a bad thing. But I don't know. This is the same thing. I don't know if I've mentioned it on here. This is gonna be. That should probably be. If I ever made T-shirts, that's definitely gonna be one of the shirts. I don't know if I mentioned it on here because I keep forgetting every damn thing. Every year we have this discussion on if teams should trade their picks. The year the Thunder had the number 2, or I said the Thunder, I apologize. The Warriors had the number 2 pick, and then the year after they had, I believe, the number 7 pick, where they drafted Kuminga. Oh, we have, speaking of the Timberwolves, I don't think I mentioned the Timberwolves, but actually I did, because that's when they got the pick. But Anthony Edwards talks about frustrations with the ref, was what that tweet just said. But what I'm trying to mention is they end up just drafting the pick. They never. When was the last time we got a trade involving the damn picks? The last one I can remember is Jimmy Butler to the Timberwolves. There's probably one that I'm forgetting of, but it's just like we're gonna have this discussion with the Grizzlies pick in real life. Who should they trade the pick for? I just don't think we're going to trade the damn pick. We're just going to end up keeping it, and then it's just going to be a big freaking fart fest, and it's going to be like, oh, we should have traded it. I don't want to deal with that. I'm also not a draft expert, so that's why that, I think, was tipped in. So that's why I try not to. I don't start caring about the draft until after. I'm trying to think. What was the year? The year that there was one year I was really big. 2020, I definitely was, because I did draft coverage with Amos. And then there was what year? It would have been the next year, 2021. I spent a lot of time watching like breakdown scout videos. And then 2022, who the hell's in that draft? I knew Jabari. I knew Paulo, and I knew Chet. And I watched a lot of March Madness in college basketball that year. Last year, I couldn't tell you. I was not that familiar. Besides Wemby and Scoot, I didn't know. A lot of that draft did not matter to me. And then this year, it's definitely like, but it's just like, from people that do talk about the draft, do talk about trading picks, a lot of people have said, yeah, this is not a good draft class. So I don't know when I'll have my caring for the draft. Obviously, with the way the team's performing in real life, I probably should have already been in that mode, but I've not transported it into it yet. Okay, they did not go in. Shea is also not drawing a lot of fouls this game. Okay, okay, okay. I don't know how the hell Chet thought he was going to grab that ball. I probably should have switched over to block that a lot earlier. As then we turn it over. This is going to be interesting possession here. Okay, I fucking knew it. I knew it. As right when I mentioned, hey, we haven't fouled Shea, foul Shea. You know what? We ain't watching any damn free throws. You better hope y'all come back and I can jump back into the game. Yeah, that's what I thought. That's what I thought. 37-45. We're almost done with this video. I ain't gonna lie, this hour went by extremely fast. So now, like I said, we're halfway through March. We're gonna we're just gonna simulate. We're gonna simulate this game against the Wizards as we win. I'm gonna leave rotation as. Then we're gonna simcast this and then wrap the video up. And then next video we'll finish out March. Video after that we'll finish the regular season. Video after that the playoffs start. The way I plan on doing the playoffs is A, I plan on winning the whole damn thing. B, I plan on doing a series of videos. So it'll go game 1, I'll play, and then until we get into we'll simcast all of the games, but then the next game that we would play would be elimination games. So game 1 we'll play. All the other games we'll simcast until we get to an elimination game, and then that's when we'll play again. So simcast this Hornets game right here. I probably should have sat out Claxton, but I was too lazy. But it might provide us with something interesting to do. Oh my God, that was a quick. All right, we lost. All right, it's fine. That's fine. It's a bit funny, but it's fine. All right, let's do our check around the league, and then this video is done. I always come to this, but it's just like they never like add the new injuries to the top, so I never know who like the new injuries are. As AD pinched nerve in his back. AD's also 31. I probably feel like I should have known that. I thought, it is what it is. Steven Adams is younger than AD. Look, he's supposed to be out for the season, and he was playing against us. Jose Alvarado, I ain't heard that name in a minute. Mike Conley day-to-day. Mitchell Robinson, I have no... Oh, yeah, he got traded for Ayton, which I think is somewhat a fair trade. I feel in real life Knicks fans probably wouldn't want that. Award races, the same, essentially. Let's let Brody bring home the six-man award. Let's let that happen. I want that to happen. Jalen Johnson, this is the one that's changed. In the beginning, it was Shaedon Sharpe. We had a good run with Kobe White. Now we have Jalen Johnson. I like that, It's a bit different. Giannis was at the top here. Steph is coming up, which it's kind of funny because, the narrative is that Steph is not clutch. All right, standing playoff picture. Minnesota, Denver. I don't know who these guys are. The Clippers, the Thunder, Lakers, Mavs, Warriors, Kings, Suns. Don't think there's like anybody that dramatic down here. And then the East, they already have clinched a play-in spot at least. Boston Celtics, Heat, who on here don't have Scary Terry, but instead Josh Richardson. They also made the trade of Clint Capella, Jordan Clarkson. I still don't know why they traded for Clint Capella. Anything that dramatic here? Not really. All right. Anything else of note? I would say no. So it was a good hour. I'm going to try to end this at the hour mark. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you